Howdy, this is Marissa with Marissa Moments podcast, where I give you my real life stories and their healing translations. So let's just get straight into it. Today, I was in the car, right? And I think it was the radio that was on. I'm not even sure because, what do people listen to music on these days anyway, right? Anywho, so I was listening and I think it was commercials that came on. I know I sound like I'm from a different planet. Maybe I am. But because I just don't typically listen to these things anymore. So these commercials kept coming on. And one was talking about violence on the streets of wherever, right? And it was a very triggering and upsetting commercial. And so I'm listening and I'm just feeling for the person who's speaking and I'm like, oh my gosh. So then that goes off so I can, reset. Then another commercial comes on talking about, coming up with cash. It was like, ooh, you got $750. Where'd you get that money from? And the other person was like, girl, let me tell you, right? And so I was just like, okay. But anyway, right? But anyway is the important part. So then music starts playing and I forget all about the commercials. Then it's time to come back around to commercials again and the exact same commercials play. I was like, well, isn't that interesting? Fear and money. Now let's talk about programming. Because one is eliciting such an emotional response because they're touching on the chords of, any potential triggers or any potential, just fears in general, right? Oh my God, what if that were me? What if that were so-and-so? What if that were so-and-so? And then the financial piece comes up, the money comes up, and it's like, wow, that sounds great, right? And so essentially it encapsulated the entire notion of the programming that we've been going through. Now, this may not be like a really healing type message here. This is more about programming and waking up, right? Because if you pay attention, if you are awake enough, right, to receive what the messages that are truly being put out there, whether they're subconsciously or consciously, whether they're covertly or overtly, right? These messages are very repetitive, and that is how it gets into the programming. It's, you need money. Watch out because you're going to die or somebody's going to get you. You need money. Watch out, somebody's going to get you. Somebody's trying to get you. All of these things, right? And I'm not saying all of this to create a new fear in you, but it's just more of an awakening, a notice, a note, if you will. Like, this is a very, very repetitive notion. I wonder why the powers that be choose to repeat these same notions over and over to the population. Just thinking out loud here. I wonder why, certain things are marketed in certain areas, right? Why are the same ideologies repeated in one neighborhood versus another? Why is fear peddled in different ways to different neighborhoods? Because let's just be honest, fear is peddled everywhere, right? But what it looks like is dependent upon where you're at and who you are and who you're with and all those types of things. But once you start stripping all that away, because here's the thing, sometimes less than stellar things happen. I'm just going to put it that way, because if you say good or bad, that's really kind of labeling it. And yeah, we're just not going to do that. I don't want to go into it. But when less than stellar things happen all the time, and that is a part of an exploration, and that's not to belittle or negate any, again, emotional responses or any triggers or anything like that, because that is very real. It's very tangible. However, what I receive is that the bottom line behind all of these emotions is not that you run away from them. It's that you actually feel them, but then you process through them. And then you hang on to what lesson you can learn from it. What behavior can you adjust behind it? What anything can be taken from the event or circumstance or whatever it may be. And then that's how you evolve. You learn from the situation and circumstance and you grow from it. You don't just keep talking about it over and over and over and create your own hell loop of, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. And then you go to somebody else, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. And then you go to somebody else, hey, did you hear what happened? Right? That's a lovely little hell loop. And now you're involving other people so you get them pulled into a hell loop as well. But again, that's a whole nother subject. Bottom line is this. Bottom line is this. Be aware, be alert, be conscious of what you're consuming in terms of your programming. Because regardless of what you choose to focus on, you are being programmed. It's just a matter of what you choose to download into your system. So do you want to focus on fear-based so you'll never leave the house? Or do you want to focus on what you can do to help change the world and focus on your livelihood and your fun and all of those types of things? Now, I know I made one sound better than the other, but in reality, they're the same. It's just a choice. It's your choice. Free will. And all that jazz. Anywho, that's it for tonight. So if this message resonates, then that means it's for you. And if not, that's cool too. Just, go ahead and keep it pushing. Either way, I thank you for listening and I wish you the very best day ever. Until next time, you know the vibes. Peace. And by the way, don't forget to check me out on all of social media. I'm basically everywhere. Just remember, it's Marissa Moments, and that is Marissa with one S because there is only one me. And when the spirit moves you, go on ahead and contribute to the cause. Let's widen this ripple effects in terms of the awakening and healing while we heal, right? So any contribution is greatly appreciated. And again, all of that information will be included in the description, comments, whatever, wherever. So just take a little look-see and learn and contribute. That's it. So until next time, happy healing.